doing the water bill or waterway bill. Remember when they wanted to claim 10 miles of land from the bank of the ocean, the bank of the river of every state. The 10 miles from it will belong to the government. Ruga waterway bill. Remember? Now, but before now, right? I think it's about a mile from the river bank belongs to the federal government of Nigeria. Even if the sea, if the ocean, if it's right there in your own state, by their law, the water is owned by the federal government, not your states. Okay? And then as well as a 1 mile, the land from the shore, from the bank of that river, then you calculate 1 mile. Okay? You know what is 1 mile? That is about 1.4 kilometers. Okay? That land belongs to the federal government. This is where that landmark is situated. It's a beautiful place. Family, fun time, place, you know? It's got an hotel, a resort, an hotel, right? Which means you could actually have a honeymoon holiday there. It was a big, solid place. A very nice business with a clean beach in Lagos. I know Lagosians are already saying, oh, more. Like there is no free beach in Lagos where you can actually go to, like normally, without it being commercialized. All the beaches in Lagos are sort of awarded. The approval was mostly awarded by the Lagos state government. But you see that one, where they in front of that Lekki Peninsula, all that, yeah, na federal government. Okay. But yet, the state government also have sort of a say. Any business situated there, you will pay taxes to Lagos state government. Do you understand? So somehow, any business along that route, okay, they are dealing with federal and state. So the federal gave approval. You want to start a beach here, right? Okay, great, right, okay. It's going to cost you so and so to have the license. Yeah, okay, great. You've paid. Approved. Now you can go and start your business. This was before Tinubu. Even Bokwari, as mad as Bokwari was, he no changed the plan of that project. He no even want to touch him. So let me show you something, ladies and gentlemen, so that you can see how your government is only interested, this APC, Egbekegbe, is only interested in destroying you, destroying everything. And, you know, it's always like turn by turn. Oh. This one a big one. The rest of you are facing yours in bits. And it is of the same proportion. Okay? So the government of Nigeria wanted to build coastal road. Okay? Now, the coastal road, you see this landmark ecosystem, right? That's where landmark is, all right? Also, when you look at that green line, when you look at that, when you look at, let me get you another one. I have another one. This one is better. Okay, this one is like with image now. You understand this, okay? Okay, let me turn it over. I'm coming back to that one, but let me use this one first, right? Now, look at this, okay? The plan, you see that yellow lane where there is an already existing road, So that was where they expected the lane to go through. That's the original plan, okay? Meanwhile, when you look at that red lane, inside that red line, that is where the landmark is. So for some reason, right, because this was their long-time plan, this landmark guy was given an approval. Now let's go take a look at another setting, which is more clearer. Okay, this one we can do some measurement. Okay, now this is clearer. Okay, on the left, red lane. See that red line? That was the old and the original plan. It was meant, right? The whole thing was meant to start from Ahmadu Bello Way. Through the Ahmadu Bello Way, you see this road, Ahmadu Bello Way. It was to go like that, and then straight on to somewhere around, what do they call that thing again? Eco Atlantic City. Here you get somewhere there. But when you look at this, as it was meant to be like a 60-meter road before it's going to need a bridge and the rest of that head, right? But Tinubu and his gang, they redrew the plan. This was where the controversy started from. Like, which one is better to go on the yellow lane, close to the sea, destroy all these businesses and all these houses and all of that, or go back to that 60 meter on the red lane, where at least there is minimum destruction of business. Here you get. But when you look at how the plan, when you look at this map, see where this from the bottom, or look at from the bottom now. Look at where the what do you call it? The yellow line and the red line meet. Okay. Now when you get to that point where they part as well, where the yellow goes left and the red goes right. Okay. Now when you look straight on to the end of that red line, do you see that the red line is now going back to go and meet the yellow lane? Look at it here now, right? They are coming here to demolish all this property on this yellow part, including the one in the middle. Everything in the middle will go. Everything is already being destroyed as we speak. Most of it are gone already. This image no longer look like this in that area anymore, okay? So what Tinubu and gang did is that they went on this yellow side and then they curved back to the left to go and meet the red line. I am not an architect or an engineer, but I'm also not blind. Like, you have a plan that could save millions of dollars businesses here and thousands of jobs, okay? Millions of dollars businesses and thousands of jobs, including taxes from them. Now, your lane says, as you are coming like this, you go left and you join an already existing road, expand it to meet the standard and continue the construction, minimum destruction or demolition, okay, saving money, and at the same still achieving the goal. Or just go right, then go straight, and then turn left and join the red line and demolish everything here. There must be something that they are not telling us. I mean, I'm not an engineer, okay? But there is something they are not telling us. But we will find out. I promise you, we will find out. The people protested, and Demolished denied. Demolished said, the landmark guy is just overreacting. Nobody is touching his landmark. I'm going to try and put up a picture. Let me see if I still have that picture. There's a picture I want to put up here, or I will put it up later, okay? But you saw what I showed you earlier, right? That was the before picture, okay? And then afterward, let's go back to what it is now, when their demolition kicked off. Arise News reporter broke part of the news, but I do have more after that.
Good morning, Ayar. Good morning, Rufai. So you can probably hear a bit of noise in the background as I speak, and that's because about 2 minutes ago, the demolition continued with this wall right behind me being knocked down for the right-of-way for the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road. Now, yesterday, the Landmark Group received a notification from the federal government stating that they would be coming today to demolish parts of Landmark that are in the right-of-way for the Lagos to Calabar Coastal Road. Where I'm standing is at Breeze Beach Club. This is actually the latest addition to the Landmark ecosystem, a members-only beach club that's not that old. And this is the ground zero for where the demolition is going to start taking place. Towards my right, inside Breeze Beach Club, they've already put markings there, marking spots for demolition, and it's expected that Breeze Beach Club will be demolished today. The wall behind me that's being demolished actually started last night, and the continuation is just happening now. You can see the level of sand filling as well that's going on right behind me. Now, This is worrisome because in as much as economic opportunity and economic diversification is important, when this property was acquired 17 years ago by Landmark, it was acquired as beachfront property. Landmark say that this was not the original route for the coastal road. The coastal road was supposed to be routed on the northern side of Landmark, which is called Water Corporation Drive. If you're familiar with this, we also know that this is a road that was revamped quite recently. So the question that Landmark ask is, why have a perfectly good road on the other side of our property, yet decide to build on this side instead? So demolition is expected to go on all day today. The Minister of Works, Senator David Umahi, is also expected to be at Landmark any moment from now to oversee.
So do you get that now? Like, why? 17 years ago, when the same federal government gave that approval of land, they showed it to them and said, okay, what you are acquiring beachfront property. And as such, right, we have a plan to build a coastal road on the north side of that place. Do you understand? And Tinubu and gang were like, doesn't matter. This is what we are doing now. They started using the propaganda in the media saying it's only a small portion they want to take. It's only a small part of it, which is on their right of way. Baba, at least, short Ajina, at least you are not an enemy of progress, Abi. At least you're on short Aj. Now take a look at this. This is what the place look like normally. Okay, this is what they have managed to build on that resort, and they keep building as well, right? It's called Landmark. Now look at this again, okay, and tell me which portion is now left. Are they saying that they are going to build their bridge and road, and then so if you now close everything in front of this yellow lane, Baba, so what is now the beach resort or beach business there anymore? People that are looking for investors, so I'll show you the people who told you now small portion they want to demolish. And the world is actually watching them, unfortunately, or should I say fortunately. See the small part first. As them destroying everything destroyable. Okay, after the people protested, thousands of workers working on that resort, they protested, begged them, take a look. And this one can break your heart, especially if you're somebody who actually has worked for money in his life or her life. This will break your heart. But I'll mend it back when I come back.
army officers, they should leave the fence. Hey, yes, how's everything? Just see him. Is it? No, see him.
Anyway, for those of you who are possibly so naive to understand that the intention of these criminals is not actually to build you any coastal road, it is their own way of another set of another, land grab. And they will destroy anything and everything just to have their way. But you will find out later, these are economic saboteurs. No reasonable government will actually do this. No, except an illegitimate one. Okay? That possibly feels or fears that is living on a borrowed time. Time shall tell, is what some will say. Here, listen to Devulumai. Now, he said that Tinubu has given him approval to connect Sokoto to the coastal highway. Baba, how can Sokoto and coastal appear in the same sentence if it is not just another Ubima Judas Iscariot? Rotif me, Amici. But listen to Devil Humai.
Mr. President has also directed me to start the immediate design of the Sokoto-Badagry coastal highway. No, this one is not coastal, but it's a spur of the coastal highway. And that one is 1,000 kilometers. We've started the design, and I'm very sure that as soon as FEC approves it, we will be starting, at Sokoto sign, which is going to be the 0 point. We also have another spur that is going to go from, it's on Enugu, Abakaliki, Ugoja, going to Cameroon. And so we have that spur. It's about 361 kilometers, going through Otugbo to Benue to Nasarawa and ends up at Apo in Abuja. We are also going to be presenting it to Mr. President. And when this is done, then the coastal route, like we promised, is going to, circle the entire country.
Why do you inflict pain on people who gave you support? And then people who are sitting on the fence, who did not do anything, you pack them. They are now the decision makers in your government. So supporting you now bring death and suffering to people. And then people say, maybe you are not aware. That is even worse if you are not aware. Because this is not the Amebola Tinubu I know.
Tinubu does not turn our life around, only responsible. Your life is about to change. You are going to feel the impact of government.
Please, this government work, if they cannot protest, we Yalaja, we go up our nyash, we go up our breast, we go protest.
This is not the Amebola Tinubu I know. Since 1992, when I encountered you, I don't think this is the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know, that calls me his friend, and I call him my friend, and calls me my son, and I call him my father. This is not the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know. Ekalo boko tubo dugare bebe. Ebikite buayima. Esi buba. This is not the
700-kilometer Lagos Calabar is to cost Nigeria 15 trillion naira, $12.5 billion. Nigeria no get shishi. Tinubu has printed 1 trillion naira and gave it to iTech. And now they are demolishing multi-million dollar businesses. Now, Devulumayi just said Tinubu has given him the go-ahead to go and design Sokoto Badagry Coastal Road. Baba, how can you put Sokoto and coastal in the same sentence if this is not fraud? And he said, that one is 1,000 kilometers. So do the math. If it is going to cost 15 trillion to construct 700 kilometers from Lagos to Calabar, how much do you think it's going to cost to build from Sokoto Coastal Road to Badagry of 1,000 kilometers? Any taker? No? Okay, I'll help you. If a 700,000 kilometers is 15 trillion, that means 1,000 kilometers will be 15 trillion plus 300 kilometers. Now, if half of 700 is 350, and we can say half of 15 trillion is 7.5 trillion. Now, if we decide that, okay, we'll come out the 50 from the 300, from the 350, that would be what? That would be 300. Okay, 300 kilometers. Now, if we come out 50 kilometers from 350, we can also come out 500 billion from 7.5 trillion. So in a nutshell, 1,000 kilometers Sokoto Coastal Road will now cost you probably somewhere around 7 plus, that's 22 trillion. 22 trillion Sokoto to Badagry. Humayi is designing it. That means you are talking about 18 to 20 billion dollars. And the Lagos to Calabar is going to be completed in year 2062. Year Kilawa, 2024. Okay, 2062, my dear, 48 years. 38 years. So it's going to take them 38 years to complete that 700 kilometers. How many years do you think it's going to cost to complete? Anyway, I don't want to waste your time on that, but this is what they do. 90% of Nigerian supposed roads are not motorable. Death traps. But it is an avenue. The only way you can actually steal and launder money is to have partners and award them over inflated contracts so that they can help you move your own share of this money. It's like opening shop. You understand? Road construction that won't finish. They already awarded 44 kilometers for 1.1 trillion. And that is like about 22 billion naira per kilometer in the poverty capital of the world. I mean, it would have sounded good if Nigeria actually has the money, and these guys mean that they really want to, build the roads. There is no plan of building any road. You see all those things you are seeing there, right? That is the shop for the next 8 years of Tinubu, if you let him, because they will do everything to make sure, say, they finish all of you. And then it's now up to you to continue to ask if, what's that thing again? Whether you are going to be standing with them. And those of you who are standing with Tinubu, on your pampas you shall shut on it.